Review Book 101 is all about the books that I read for the last 40 years. And today I have my special guest. He's the founder and CEO of Exodus Fatigue to Vitality System, no other than Mr. Rob Rene.
Hello, hello, hello. So excited to be here.
Welcome to Book 101, Mr. Rob, and can you please introduce more about yourself?
Yeah, so sounds great. So I've had an incredible time. We just released this new company and implemented this new solution. We call it the fatigue to vitality system because we found that there's so many people that are dealing with lack of energy. I think it's a lot of because the so many issues we have with our environment, with our water, with our food, that it's really an epidemic of people that are just tired and don't feel well. And so we created this fatigue to vitality system that's really awesome. It's really easy to follow. And it had the core of it is a nutritional supplement that I believe God created. It's called Exodus. It's a really cool product that has 7 biblical ingredients and a molecular hydrogen blend that really has some amazing health benefits. And so we combine it with this whole system to really take people along and say, hey, we're here to support you from the beginning, and we have a community at the end that really wraps around people and just supports them on their journey to be vital and have vitality in their life rather than exhaustion and fatigue.
So, Mr. Rob, who is the ideal person that is this system is designed to help?
Yeah, that's a beautiful question. And it's literally almost anybody that gets exhausted right in the afternoon. Right, I used to be at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I used to need to take a nap, and so I had a heart condition that makes my heart not beat as fast as others, and so I would always need to take a nap. And my brother was the same way. He was a preacher, and he would be researching the Bible in the afternoon. He would fall asleep as he's reading the Bible. And we're just always tired. We're like, hey, we're relatively in shape people. We eat not too bad, but we're just tired. And so we ended up doing research about fatigue. And oh my gosh, there are so many people that need caffeine and they need their afternoon shot. They need to just caffeine, 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 and they're just exhausted and they're falling asleep on the job and they're just not doing well. So there's so many people across the world that need this solution that we ended up researching these products. And I was researching the Bible, trying to find something amazing, and really couldn't find anything that was like special that was differentiated from any products that were out there. But then the Lord led me to this gentleman who had this magnesium blend that's called creates molecular hydrogen inside the body. And so I don't know if you've seen those new products that like bottles where you click a button and it creates hydrogen in water. Well, ours does even better than that because our supplement has these 7 biblical ingredients that give you the nutrients you need, which most people are deficient in. But then the molecular hydrogen blend goes in and works inside your bloodstream. It really activates your cellular network. So it reactivates your cells the way they're supposed to. And so you end up having this sustained energy and you don't need a pick me up. You don't need caffeine. You have energy and it's all natural and it's all sustained. And we're just like, man, this is so cool that let's wrap it with a system, right? Let's wrap it with something that's real easy for people to follow. So they do the right things in the morning. They get some water. They start hydrating correctly. In the afternoon, they take the supplement. In the evening, they wind down and get proper sleep. And so we help them with this whole system. It takes them from where they are exhausted every day to the point where, hey, I feel good now. That why is this system? Why is this product work so well? And then we have our mission that the company is to get 1 million new people to read the Word, the Bible, through their health. So we have a prayer guide that literally goes with every single product of ours because we really want people to engage their eyes to read it, their mouth to declare it. The Bible says there's power in the tongue. So we want people to actually declare it out loud and their ears to hear themselves say it. And then they use our supplement, and that gives them the energy inside the body. So you're kind of using your mind, body, and spirit all to help you with your health. So we think it's transformational, and it really is transformational in lots of people's lives. I literally just got a testimonial from a customer yesterday. Says, I forgot to take my coffee because he didn't need it anymore.
So, Mr. Rob, how is your system different from traditional wellness or fatigue recovery programs?
Yeah, most of the fatigue republic programs are give you and that's what we found in the traditional medical system is that they give you a drug, right? And the drugs give you they always have side effects, and so we wanted to create something totally natural, right? And that's why we these seven biblical ingredients are awesome. It's organic barley grass, organic wheatgrass, it's saffron and cumin and aloe and frankincense and myrrh, and those combined just help your body with energy. And then we do that molecular hydrogen blend, which is so special because it gets inside your bloodstream and then acts as a master antioxidant. So it gets rid of the bad blood and helps rejuvenate your cellular system. So that master antioxidant capability is just unbelievable. So it really helps you over an extended period of time. It really helps your body transform into a system that's operating the way God intended it. So we're helping people in a dramatic way with their health with this product. So different, it's really different than any other product in the market. And I've never seen a product in the market that actually combines a prayer guide with a natural health solution and supplement that combine the whole mind, body, and spirit connection, which I think is really, really important. And just is we're finding has been very viable, and people are loving it because it's helping so much.
So, Mr. Rob, what role does mindset play in the shift from fatigue to vitality?
Yeah, mindset is really key, right? The like I mentioned, the mind body spirit connection is really important. So you really need to have your mind connected to what you're trying to accomplish, and that's why we give you these prayers because we give you a declaration, right? We're declaring good things about your body. You're declaring good things about yourself. You're saying a Bible verse, and then you're literally praying, right? So there's that connection when you have a positive mental attitude. It's really important, right? Your mind is very, very powerful, and some people call it a placebo effect, right? But really, is
Yes.
it helping you? And is really if the product is helping you, it's helping you, and it might be your mind, but it also might be the nutrients in the product, and it might be just the prayers that you're saying. So it's really a combination of all of the things that we're combining into one solution, which is really extraordinary.
So, how do nutrition and sleep factor into your approach?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
How do nutrition and sleep factor into your approach?
Yeah, that's an awesome question. Nutrition is super important, right? Because I believe that God gave us this incredible body, and this body He gave us everything on this earth for us to put in the body. And if the bad thing is our food is compromised, 70% of our food is processed foods now, so there's not enough nutrients in the food. Our water is compromised, our air is compromised. So getting the right nutrients inside your body is super important. So we advocate a very natural health and holistic diet with whole foods. But we also pack our supplement with a lot of nutrients. So that barley grass and wheatgrass that you put in there, it's like the same thing as drinking one of those green shakes that you have to drink in the morning that have all of your greens in it. You don't need to do those anymore because of Exodus. So you're taking our product and you have the nutrients that your body needs, and then just supplement that with good food, good healthy food, and good water. We advocate getting sun. Right, sun is very important to our life and livelihood, and doing grounding. And so we're really helping people from a natural and holistic perspective understand how to take care of their bodies, and it's really transforming people's lives. It's a lot of fun.
Lots of fun, people. So, do you incorporate any tools like journaling, breath work, or movement into the system?
Yeah, for sure. Like movement is key, right? You have to move, right? You have exercise is always a core component just because people are sedentary these days. They're sitting around, and that's a lot of times why people are exhausted is their heart's just not pumping. It's not doing enough. So you need to get up. You need to start walking. We advocate a lot of walking. Right, it's like the safest exercise in the world because everybody can do it mostly. Right, a lot of people can't, but most people can walk at least. So you could get out and get some movement going, and that's really important. And then breath work is amazing. So we talk about breath work in it as part of one of the many tools that you can use because we want you to use all the things that are available to you, right? We even talk about grounding and how important getting your feet on God's earth is very important. It just recharges your electrical system in your body. And that's stuff I used to laugh at because I didn't think it was true. My wife taught me about grounding, and I thought she was crazy because I loved my shoes, and I have very sensitive feet. So when I get my feet on the ground, it's like, "Ow! I don't want to do this." But then I learned the benefits of it, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I need to do this every day." And you just feel so much better. You get some sun, you get some hydration, you get the right nutrients in your body, and then you ground. And then, like you said, the breathing techniques are really important. You can literally there's been scientific studies where you can extend your life by 7 years just by doing breath work, right? So
Yes.
we're trying to educate people that, hey, maybe Exodus, our supplement, is kind of your gateway into a really healthy life. You're going to start getting the nutrients you need. You're going to have that antioxidant inside your body, and then you're going to be learning this whole fatigue to vitality system, which is can really change your life. You don't have to do the whole system at once, right? Some people just want to do one thing. So hey, start with the supplement. Just do that, and then guess what? Read the checklist, and the checklist will say, make sure you hydrate today, right? And then okay, maybe the next week you say, okay, I'm going to hydrate this week, plus I'm going to get good sleep this week, and you start doing things over time. And we have a 40-day plan we think is really powerful. There's lots of evidence in the Bible, lots of things, lots of 40-day components in the Bible. And we mimic that program to say, hey, in 40 days, you can really transform your life. If you give us 40 days, we're going to take those 40 days and you're going to go from a person that is exhausted to not feeling well to being tired in the afternoon or tired in the evening. And all of a sudden, you're going to be refreshed and revived, and your health is going to come back, and you're going to be like going, this is incredible. So that's really what we want to look for to help people just transform so they can have a better impact on the world, right? When you're tired and exhausted, you're grumpy and you don't really do the things that you really need to do and or want to do. And we kind of give people their lives back where they can go play with their kids and their grandkids, or they can go, do the activities that they've always wanted to do, but they're always too tired to do them. We give them their life back.
So, Mr. Rob, as a founder and CEO of Exodus, can you recommend a book that empower you?
Yeah, for sure. And
Empowered you
I don't want it
someone.
to be Yeah, I love it. So the it's so key to my life and my world is the Holy Bible, right? And I don't want it to be cliche because it's not. It really is what created this product. It created this solution. Because as I was reading the Bible, there was this the for like Exodus 15:26 is, for I am the Lord your healer. Like say, I knew that he had the healing capabilities in the Bible. So I started researching all the elements in the Bible. And that's what came up with these 7 biblical ingredients. And I'm like, what is something extra special, Lord, that I could add to this that nobody else has, that we could really change the world with? And that's when he introduced me to this practitioner who had the molecular hydrogen component. So it's just literally a God-led thing. And the Bible is where I learned all of that and where I try to spend my time. So if I recommend anything, right, I recommend the Holy Bible to people.
Certainly, people, the Bible itself. So, Mr. Rob, is the system designed to be self guided, or is there a coaching for support involved?
Yeah, it's really self-guided, but that's why we include the community, right? So we want people to have an accountability partner, right? Or at least people you can check in with and say, okay, hey, I tried to do this breath work, but how do you do that again? Right. So we have this community on the background that just helps you ask questions. And then we have videos of how to do things. And so we recommend a lot of those things are in the background in the communities. So you can go and you have a resource to ask, right? And you have people that have been doing it for a while that you can lean on. and it's really just it's so exciting to see the transformation when people come in and say, "Hey, I've been exhausted for decades and nothing has helped," and then they start using this system, and guess what? Boom, they're starting to feel their vivacious vitality come back, and it's just exciting to see that transformation in people.
Indeed. So, Mr. Rob, as a founder and CEO of Exodus, what are your short-term and long-term goals in your
Yeah,
profession?
awesome. So our short-term goal is get 1 million people to read the word through their health. Like, right. So every time we sell a fatigue to vitality solution or our Exodus product, we include this prayer guide, right? Because we want people to be in the word, and so you're declaring it every day. It really helps when you say these prayers out loud. And then we have a study guide that goes even further in depth. If you're like, oh, hey, I've never read Isaiah 40:31, and I didn't know that that was in the Bible. That's interesting. What does that mean? And so we take people a little bit deeper into that meaning of what that verse means and what the context was, and explain it to people and kind of get them intrigued and interested in the Bible. The Bible is so incredibly amazing that and a lot of people just haven't had time to either read it and or they've heard key verses, but they don't know how it all fits together. And our passion is to really get people back into the Word of God. And we believe the Holy Bible, like you said, it's the most popular book ever. And we believe that there's lots of people now who just have either lost uh, their interest in the Bible and or just don't understand it well. And so we're just trying to get people back into the word. And I believe that's my mission. Is I call myself a faith and health warrior. Is I want to people help people with their health, but then as a not a condition, but as a an output of that, I want to help them with their faith. So if they're interested in our health products, we're going to give them amazing health products that are just super cool. You don't have to be a believer in God to use these health products. They're just phenomenal, and they're going to help people in a really dramatic way. But then, hey, they get this prayer guide, and they may be interested in it and say, "Huh, I didn't know that was in the Bible." And then they maybe go start reading the Bible for the first time. So that's the thing we're really stoked about, is we really want to help people with their health, because we believe that our America is under a huge health crisis right now, and we can help them with that, and doing it in a very non pushy way, and just also say, hey, if you're interested in the Word of God, guess what? We've got some resources that you might be interested in. So it's really, really exciting.
Good luck to your goals, Mr. Rob. So, what are the biggest challenges people face when trying to break free from chronic fatigue?
Yeah, it's one is that chronic fatigue and pain is just so tough because people have there's a reason, right? There's an underlying reason, and people are chasing. They're taking pills. They're taking these. They go to the doctor, and the doctor says, "Oh, you have this." Then they go to another doctor, and the doctor says they have this. So they start taking all these pills that are just basically masking the problem. They're not fixing the underlying issue. So we want people to start peeling things back and looking at their body, and understanding that, geez, you need to start putting the right nutrients in the body, the right not only nutrition but the hydration, right? So you combine hydration with nutrition, and then this supplement we have, what helps, that acts as a master antioxidant, it clears out your bloodstream, and my gosh, your body starts making transformation. And guess what? It does what we told you earlier. It's like God designed your body to heal itself. But the problem is we're not feeding it the right information and or the right things. So, maybe your liver is having a problem working efficiently. So guess what? We need to go back and look at why. What is causing your liver not to work well? And then maybe it's gut health. Maybe your gut is just not functioning correctly. So let's get your gut health working. And then when your gut health works, then your liver will start working. Then your gallbladder starts working, right? Then the kidneys start working. Then all these things start to get better, and your inflammation is literally the source of all disease. And so if we can figure out ways to reduce that inflammation inside the body, we can reduce a lot of people's diseases, and do that just naturally with God-given minerals and superfoods, as we call them, through Exodus. And you're doing it with natural water, and you're doing it with natural sun. You're doing natural breathing techniques. We're just doing things in a really very healthy and natural way to get your body to function the way God designed it. It's really exciting.
Certainly. So, are there any daily rituals or practices you personal follow from the system?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, we have in the morning. We really want you to get up, and then you follow a routine, right? So, in the morning is hydration, right? You need to get the right hydration, and I take a couple of the Exodus supplements early in the morning that gives me the nutrients that I need throughout the day. And then we recommend if you can get out in the sunlight for that first 45 minutes of sun. It's called first light, and it's really has blue rays in it, so there's no UV rays in it, so it's very healthy for you to be out in the sun. We recommend you get that sun on your body and on your skin, and then you start, if you do the hydration, you start eating a good healthy breakfast, and you do the supplement. That's your morning routine, right? In the afternoon is hydration, it's maybe breathing techniques, it's going for a walk, getting that exercise we talked about. And then in the evening, used to have to do the wind down version of that, which is you get your hydration that you need, but you don't drink too much. So you have to get up in the middle of the night. But then you also start winding down. You get rid of the all the gadgets that are in your face for the last couple of hours before you go to bed. And you need to tone down the lights, and you need to tone down the system to get the circadian rhythm to work correctly, to where your body starts feeling the tiredness, and then when you do go to sleep, you sleep deeper, and you're then when you deep sleep well, you wake up, but guess what, more refreshed the next day, and you kind of go through that cycle. So we literally have this check, and it's simple to follow. We have a checklist. It helps you. Here's what you do in the morning, here's what you do in the afternoon, here's what you do in the evening, and then you do that, and guess what? In 40 days, you're going to feel like a new person.
Yes, very well said, Mr. Rob. Very well said. So before we wrap up our discussion for today, I'm inviting you to please do listen to my other podcast, Food 101, and its fifth season. People, fifth season with Chef Alessandro, one of the specialty chef in one of the five-star hotel in downtown Toronto. Please do listen to our latest episode. We are reading our letter senders all over the world. So please do listen, Food 101, wherever you listen your podcast. So, Mr. Rob, what's one piece of advice would you give to someone currently stuck in a cycle of exhaustion?
Yeah, think it's really important to have the what you mentioned earlier, literally the right mindset, right? If you go in thinking this is not going to work, guess what? It's not going to work. So, but if you go in and say, "Hey, this will work for me. I'm going to make sure it works for me." Guess what? It will work for you. And I guarantee if you go through this system and after 30 days or 40 days, we have a 60-day money back guarantee. So it doesn't work, we'll give you your money back. But we're so confident in it that it transforms people's lives that just have the right attitude. This is going to help me. And guess what? When you have that right attitude and you combine it with these other core components that we're talking about, it's transformational. So it's just real exciting. I'm looking forward to literally millions of people to start doing this routine, and we're going to see a transformation in America.
Yes, people be materialized. You always say to yourself, I'm the head, not the tail. I'm a victor, not a victim. And it will
Yeah.
come to you and do the routine. So, Mr. Rob, Rene, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge to the world and for empowering our people out there having this exhaustion in life. So, can you please invite our listeners to support your company itself and for your uh, more projects to come?
Yeah, sounds good. So it's really easy to find us. It's Exodus Strong. So Exodus, like the word in the Bible, strong, strong, .com is where you can find us. So super excited. Thank you for letting me be on the show.
No worries, Mr. Rob. Yes, let's support Mr. Rob Rene because if you support him, more and more and more empowering products to come that relieve your exhaustion. So, Mr. Rob, thank you so much for your time.
That God bless you. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. More to come, people. See you soon.